and I took it apart. Watch the video to see the rest, man. This is cool. 4,800 watts with this little amp with 4 fans. Holy cow. Watch the video. Hey, it's Big Jeff coming with another unboxing. We get to see it, hear it before you buy it. And we're here talking about the new Rage amps from B2 Audio. Big shout out to B2 Audio USA and B2 Audio International for linking up with me, little old Big Jeff, man, to just bring all this product to you. Now, before I start, hit that like button and share this out. It doesn't cost you $1. And leave a comment. You can always leave another one. It really helps us out with giveaways and videos and everything else. But let's get right to it.
Go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is the Rage 48. So this is the biggest Rage they've ever made. And there's a couple big changes, right? One, Rage has been known for that front face. All the wires come in the bottom, the front of it, not the sides, which is really cool. Beautiful design.
It's cool, really.
A couple other things we picked up if you watched the unboxing on the 3500 was it's like a Korean design. It's a full bridge, but it's made out of China, and it keeps that cost in the mid-level, but just super quality. And then to keep it a small footprint, they actually did MOSFETs underneath the board between that and the bottom of the case, which also helps with about 30% thermal capacity, right? Kind of crazy, because as we open this up, you'll see how much of a small footprint it is. Now, this amp right now is 549 MAP. Not really too high, not really low. It is a full range amplifier, bass and mids and highs, but it is made for you SQ guys, and it's definitely made for you bass guys, right? So we're gonna crack this thing open, and I was told this 4800 actually has more than 2 fans, so we're gonna find out. Again, this is a full range amplifier, so you can run it for mids and highs, or you can get down and dirty. And this thing is rated at, let's see, 1 ohm, 4,800 watts to 5,000. Why did I say 48 to 5,000? Depending on the voltage.
That's a lot.
These can go as high as 16, and I think they were done at the factory at like 14.8 or something. 2 ohms, 3,032.50, and if you run this at a higher, less resistance 4 ohms, still 1,650 to 1,800 watts. Now, again, if you watched the other unboxing, if not, please look it up.
Watch it, Johnson.
Few things that B2 Audio has been doing now that they're back in the USA. One, they have really went to another level of boxing. First off, it's got magnetic right there.
Wow, that's fancy.
And this is that type of box you'd like to keep, you know, it's like a shoe box. Raised, beautiful, this chrome looking lettering. And then if you notice on the inside, they actually have the dimension of it with the fans, the footprint, and then they did testing at the factory for 40 hertz and 1 kilohertz. All that's right on here. Super cool. Another thing that B2 Audio has been doing, coming to USA, and being that more and more stuff is being shipped, put a lot of time and effort into the boxing for shipping, so we have less issues. So in here, I really like the bass knob. Now, some of y'all are bass knob crazy, and I agree with you. And if you're running 1 amp, then no problem. Run multiple amps, well, then most people use a bass knob on them all. But the new bass knobs actually are a type of metal. They're not plastic. There is a Celsius and Fahrenheit switch, and there's a potentiometer to adjust your voltage. Why is that? Well, most amps will read different at the amp than the battery or bank, and that's understandable. But here you can actually adjust your voltage to match what's really coming out of the batteries or the alternator, which is really cool. So up front, we'll be displaying what's out back. Okay, and then to run that with power, protect, temp, and voltage, you will be using a nice Cat5 cable, which is really cool because they are pretty long, but if you need to make your own, you more than welcome can. And then in here, which, like, again, beautiful boxing, definitely would save the box, is this beautiful front-facing amplifier. Really, really nice. Okay, and then another thing that B2's been doing, just with updates, versions, I don't know how many times you get a manual and it's not correct, and it happens. So now everything is scan codes, which, yep, on the box, scan codes right here for B2 Audio USA and B2 Audio International that will take you to the websites, the manuals, any kind of updates, box building, everything. And that's going to keep getting grown and advanced. On the back here, it says the RAGE 4800 transcends.
It'll be way better.
On the back here, it says the RAGE 4800 transcends mere amplification and raw power. It's about invoking deep emotion and lets you feel your music in a way that touches your soul and leaves you breathless. Whether you're cruising down the highway or showcasing demos, the RAGE 4800 sleek design stands out in any setup, bringing soft to life from unparalleled passion and intensity. Now, let me tell you something. Jay Home, the designer, the founder, man, he's deep in this. He takes this stuff serious. This is his life, and doing stuff like that, even on the box, kind of gives you more of an insight about him. And really cool that we partnered up with him. All right, so you still get a manual in here, and I believe the manual is for the two Rages, the 35 and the 48. On the front, it says RAGE 2025. These things are brand new. I mean, this is killer stuff. Okay, certifications down with SQL, USAC, DB Drag, Bass Race, IASCA. In here, talks about power ground terminal clip indicator gain, which is 0.2 volt to 6 volt. Bandpass filter, high pass filter, which is 10 hertz to 2 kilohertz with a 24 dB per octave. And then something I found out on the unboxing of the 3500. And I found it out by accident. So the first thing I want to say is the bass knob clicks, and that's how precise it is. I don't know if you really want that much on the bass knob, but that's where it didn't stop. In the manual is how I figured it out. It shows you basic wiring and everything else. But then there was a sheet, and it had steps 1 through 41. And basically the potentiometers on the amplifier that are in metal also click, which means you can fine tune this amp by how many clicks. So for instance, it's showing you low pass and a high pass, and let's see, low pass, high pass, bass, and bass EQ, all by clicks. So you can get to the exact frequency, the exact gain every time. Why is this a cool feature? Because a lot of potentiometers over time will adjust and move themselves due to heat, vibration, everything else. So when you tune it, it's a constant thing that you got to constantly do that. Most people don't, and they wonder why stuff goes clipping or they blow stuff up. It's because over time things move. Not here. Each single click changes a frequency point and or gain. Okay, really cool amp, as you can see. Now I'm looking at it and I can see two fans on each side.
Stay cool forever.
Which I don't know if it's overkill or not, because they did increase the actual casing by 30% to dissipate the heat. Really cool. Obviously Tiffany style RCAs, and then you have the nice step, and I'm gonna turn on the Big Jeff cam.
Big Jeff cam activated.
So what I call the step is here because it looks like a step, and some of the cheaper amps don't have that. It gets very loose. This one doesn't. Easy to get in, and that'll accept 8 gauge. Tiffany style, low pass, high pass, gain, EQ, and then bass EQ, protect, clip, and power, which you can also see on the remote, and then very large 0 gauge inputs with a remote turn on. Now, you have fans that actually have metal grills on each side. I'm gonna guess this is gonna be a push-pull. What that means is you're gonna suck in nice cool air and blow out the old air. So, let's look at the actual footprint. The amp itself is 14 3/4. You add a little bit with the feet. So with the feet, you're about 15 1/4, and you're just over 6 1/4 there, and about 3.5 inches. Now, that's really cool to have something that does 48 to 5,000 watts out of this, and then not be like a Brazilian amp. Really cool. Okay, the other thing I noticed on the 3500 is not easy to take apart, because to get this apart, the sides come off, and then this is actually made that the bottom part here, which houses the board and all the components, is like a just an L shape with a 90-degree. That comes off once you get the sides off, and then the outer part, all the white, is actually very thick. This does have some weight to it. Okay, and that helps with the heat. So real quick, we are 9 pounds, 13 ounces. It's a little tiny heavy beast. Okay, let's talk about some information about this. So, 10 hertz up to 20 kilohertz for the frequency response. These are supposed to be very efficient. They recommend a 400 amp A&L. So if you're doing that, you can do a 500 amp. B2 Audio now makes ceramic fuses, which we have them on the Big Jeff site, and you can always find them at the B2 Audio USA site. 400 amp, very efficient. Let me see what else I got in here. The RAGE4800, we talked about the power. This is 1 ohm stable. And all the ratings were done at 14.4 volts with 1% THD. Okay, lithium recommendations. I mean, that's how far they went with this, and you don't see that everywhere. The 4800 is recommending AGM of 300 amp per hour, or 4800 cold cranking amps, or if you're using lithium 6C, about 65 amps per hour. Okay, they're giving you what you need for the electrics. Now, granted, if you upgrade an alternator, that can adjust, but you still need storage capacity. We have the Big Jeff audio batteries, which are 22 amps per hour. Technically, according to this, you need 3 of them. I think you'd be fine with 2, depending on what other components you have in your system. And again, like I said, this is not taking and granted the amperage output, because say you have a 240 amp alternator, you need to add that into the mix. But either way, always upgrade your electrical. It's just a beautiful amp. So with the new year 2025, there will be a 1200.4 just like this, which they had one. They didn't want to call the version 2 because there was so much redone. It wasn't like just a few upgrades. And then you have the 3500 full range. And then you also have this 4800 full range. So, I mean, you run a full system, 2 of these runs the whole thing. I mean, you could load some speakers up on this. Okay, really cool. Let's go ahead. Everybody loves to see the guts. I love to see the guts. So we're gonna start taking this thing apart. And while we're doing this, we're talking about B2 Audio. B2 Audio, for you that don't know, founded out of actually Denmark, and that's where it gets sweet like a Danish slogan, and also it can never be too loud. And they were in the US during COVID times, had some world records prior to COVID times, and then things just kind of screwed up with the US manufacturing, the company that was taking it over here. Long story short, it basically left the USA for a few years. People still paid for international shipping direct. That's how much they wanted the product. And then once they linked back up with B2 Audio USA, and then also got with me, said, hey, let's get this thing back moving. And within just a little over a year, product here, containers, multiple new SKUs, and by the end of this March, early next month, there will be a full lineup of 120 plus SKUs for B2 Audio. And they're gonna continue to grow even past that. Really great brand, great backing. One of the few people in this industry that just gets along with everybody. Jay's just a good guy, man. So I was hit up and said, hey, you know, we're gonna need marketing and a platform, and we're gonna have a US warehouse, and you know, what can we do? Not an exclusivity deal, but a deal of saying, hey, you'll get your hands on all the new product. And, you know, you do the videos and the marketing, and I'm like, great, man, this is just nice stuff. It's somewhat new, and that's what you need nowadays. Now, we all know that B2 Audio is not, and I just dropped that stupid thing again because the magnet don't work. B2 Audio is not known to be a budget brand, but I am told they are working right now on some inexpensive 750 watt speakers, really some budget stuff. They came out with the Riot LED amps, which are in that $350 price range. So they didn't want to demote the brand or the company and what he puts into doing this. And I think they've done a great job at it. And I've been just happy to be a part of it. So anyway, to take this amp apart, it's not just a plate on the bottom, as you can see. There is multiple torque screws, and it's almost like a puzzle, which is fine because you shouldn't be taking it apart anyway. B2 Audio has a 1-year warranty, and the repairs actually are done here in the USA. We've also had a few ourselves, and I can tell you, we haven't had much. Most of it was stuff that was bought years ago from people that are hoarded out, no longer sellers, and you can't do nothing about that. But I know on our site, and we also talked B2 Audio USA in there, to add a thing called CTS, which is not just an extended warranty, also accidental coverage. And what that means is you pay one fee up front, and after 31 days, up to 2 years, if you even poke a hole in a woofer, it's an accident, it's repair or replace. Really cool. Blow up an amplifier. It's really cool. And a lot of the warranties are not really warranties, it's people that have used it. And there's a way to look when you take these things apart and see what actually happened, right? Why did it blow up? Why did it fail? And I can tell you most of the time it's due to electrics or things like that. But, oh, they swapped me up with some Phillips. Not a problem. Got every tool. They say there's a right tool for every job. So I'm just spinning around here and I'm gonna get what I think might be the right. These are kind of small. I don't want to strip them out. And even though I'm taking these apart, not that I'm signing it to be famous, I just signed it so you know this was the one that happened in the video. So you're good there. All right, there's a tool for every job. So as you notice, the sides came off. There's 4 fans on this little amp. I don't think you have a problem with this thing heating up. And I know fan cooling is, you know, it's a battle, right? You got to add extra stuff to your build and everything else. All right, there we go. In this case, with the 30% increase in mass, even though how small a footprint it is, they have serious fanage in and out. Really cool. All right, I hope and think this is the last couple of screws. As you see, this was multiple. So $549.95. I know through the month of February, they approved stuff from 10 to 25% off. And then there is some closeout stuff, which is just old models that you perfectly fine, but you could take advantage of that. Okay, next thing I have to take off for sure because of the Tiffany style. And I just need a socket for that. So hold on 1 second. And it looks like the socket I need was probably already pulled out. And I just have to find it. How will we do this? So you're not watching me walk around in circles? I'll be right back. We're gonna have this thing busted open.
2 hours later, it's like...
Okay, we're back. It wasn't even that hard, but I want to turn on the big Jeff cam. I want to show you all the screws here, and for the Tiffany's, all that had to come out to get to this point. Now, first thing you see is these transformers, which was some old school stuff B2 Audio used to do, and these just aren't thin stickers that peel up from heat. Beautiful red board, and we're gonna get a closer look at that in a second, but I wanted to show you, here's the cool thing. So that's just like tin, and you would think, well, that's not great for heat. No, but what they did is, this part is very thick, and then I noticed, I was like, man, it's not a lot of MOSFETs. They actually did a sandwich under the board to put more, and also allow that heat to go out. I mean, this is stuff that normal companies don't think about because they're just picking some items and saying, hey, produce this. I mean, really cool. So just to get a closer look, I'm gonna pull that fan off. I'm gonna pull that set of fans off. So 4 fans, and I can even tell the way they're mounted. It's a push-pull system. Really cool. Let me see here. You got the RAGE4800 on the board. The sandwich design, I'm gonna show you. Let me turn on the up close and personal so you get really what I'm talking about. You might think I'm crazy. Okay, so do you see that gap? Right there, you can see all the extra MOSFETs. Okay, so you see that, which keeps the board more empty, keeps the footprint small, and those are directly on this really thick. And that's probably, here, let's take a look how thick this is. That's over 1/4 inch, excuse me. Yep, that's 1/4 inch. So let's get a little closer here. So you have the B2 RAGE4800. You have a rack of MOSFETs and then more underneath. I mean, the board is clean. You have your transformers, you have your capacitors. And I've never seen this as a different type of goop. This isn't really like glue, it's almost like an epoxy. And why is that important? this is not going to move, and I would hate to have to take that apart and replace them. And I wouldn't be surprised, I'm not going to take the whole thing out, but I wouldn't be surprised if, I think it's called SMD, surface mount soldering or something like that. Again, the technology, and we're not talking about apps, we're talking about the design he came up with to take something that is almost 5,000 watts in this small footprint, not Brazilian, and then to do that to keep heat was to add the extra fans and then a 1/4 inch of whatever this is made out of to dissipate the heat, and then wedge underneath the board the rest of the parts that you need. And then really cool, what I was talking about was the potentiometers. Let's turn up close and personal. The potentiometers are metal, but they're clicks. So that's how precise you can set your amp. I mean, it's just a really cool out of the box B2 Audio way. Okay, so yeah, it's not a $300 amp, right? It's not a Martz or a Tower amp or a Stetson, but it's not a Brazilian. And it's definitely, for 5,000 watts to be in that $500 range for some of this quality, it's not for everybody, but it is for the people that actually want SQ, because it's not just this, it's everything in there that makes the processing of the sounds and the frequencies and everything else. Then you have the efficiency. So 5,000 watts, and they're saying it's not going to pull more than 400 amps. That's really cool. So this is just a beautiful design. It took a lot of feedback that has come in with the relaunch in the USA. I mean, down to this. Let me turn on the Big Jeff cam. And you can see the B2 here. I don't know if you can hear that. That's metal. All right. Now in the back you have Celsius and Fahrenheit, and also that potentiometer. And then this clicks. I really like that. On the bass knob, you usually want up and down, but if you're trying to get to a certain point, you don't want to move, this is the way to go. And then also being able to adjust your voltage. Parts wise, some normal type screws, and then 2 Allen wrenches, obviously for the speaker, the remote turn on, and then the 0 gauge inputs. Beautiful board. So, hey, this is the unboxing. We're gonna do dynos on the 35 and the 4800, and everybody loves to see that. And this is what it's about. These are gonna be available probably next week for pre-order, and then they'll be included in the sale, I'm told. And then they'll be here within just a couple weeks. I believe they're already in the process of being shipped. But hey, listen, I'm Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, representing B2 Audio and B2AudioUSA.com. Man, this is beautiful stuff. I love opening up, seeing something different and new. And this is what we got in a really good price range. And going to extend with 4 fans, the board with the transformers, the way they increase the actual thickness of this. And this front part, I didn't tell you, the bottom part was a 1/4 inch. This is an almost 3/4 of an inch thick, and that absorbs the heat and allows it to transfer. Remember, heat is a, well, I want to say heat. Energy cannot be destroyed, right? So vibration, electricity, everything then gets converted to heat, and then heat dissipates, and then that's the way it works. And that's this design. And even where you see, and I've seen people bitch on the stickers on the caps, yeah, it's a nice branding, but these are actually nice thick. They're not gonna curl up on you. These caps here are 4700 UF 25 volt, and then the big boys are 2200, let's see here, 105 vent, 2200 UF 160 volt. Beautiful amp, very efficient. Will run up to 16, but was produced at 14.8, and there you go. So another unboxing. Do me a favor, it doesn't cost you a dime. Share this out. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. And then if you're watching us on a different platform, like and follow us for sure. Leave a comment. Those likes and comments help the algorithm say, hey, good video, people want to see it. And then pay attention. We don't know if we're doing a giveaway, but we try to do as many as we can. And that also reflects on how good the unboxings or those did to allow us to do giveaways. So either way, thank you for tuning in to me, Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, representing B2 Audio, B2 Audio USA. Really cool. The RAGE4800 will be able to be in your vehicle just a couple weeks. So next time I see you, hopefully it's the dyno. Hey, we're about to do some dyno testing, and they're always here, Big Jeff, why are we doing dynamic? You gotta do certified, blah, blah, blah. Well, I might just do that in this video, okay? I might just do certified runs on this Rage 4800, but I'm always gonna do dynamic, because I think in a car, that's what you're really gonna get. So, watch the video and see what happens. It can never be too loud, right here. Rage 4800, excuse me, 4800. So we did the unboxing, you got to see the guts. I love doing my dynamic runs. Y'all can hate certifieds. Certified, yes, if the amp can handle it, great. Dyno is rough. And, you know, it's not what you're gonna get in the car. I wanna know how much can this amp do? So that's what we're gonna do. I got the 4800 right here. You can see we're starting at 15.6, so we'll end up right around 15. It handles over 16, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna go dynamic mode. So it says go to track 1, pause, start dyno, play. Let's see what this thing does. Look at that, 5284. We're at 15 volts, 5309, 5335. That's not bad at all. We got 5335. I think we could have got way more. I only did a dB overlap of 5. I mean, just basic. I don't even hear the amp clicking, which means it wasn't even anything. And it barely pulled anything because we went from 15.5 down to 15 volts. That was a really good run. I'm just curious. Let's see what this thing does at 2 ohm dynamic. That was 1 ohm. So we're gonna go back. Let's go 2 ohm. Track 1, pause. Start dyno, unpause. Let's go back to back. So we're starting at 1508. Here we go. 3,000, 3,000, so 3,086. Pause. So at 2 ohms, that did really good at 2 ohms because that did, usually it's half the power and we're only at 15.5, voltage barely dropped. So, man, that was a good run. So let me pull you guys over here. So you can see this thing. And I don't even think the clipping light came on the amp. I was looking at it and it didn't, which means very unaggressively tuned. I think that thing would have done more. So we did a 1 and 2 ohm. That was pretty cool dynamically. So that's the Rage 4800 with 4 fans, which haven't even kicked on yet. So that's just back-to-back dynos and it's not even warm. The amps haven't even kicked on. That is really, really cool. Let's see here. That's Celsius. Let me switch it back here. Remember this amp, you can switch Celsius from Fahrenheit, and there is, look at 86 degrees. So it's just room level, room temperature. That was killer. Let's go at it one more time. 1 ohm dynamic. Let's do one more time. All right, back. We're gonna go 1 ohm, enter. We're gonna do a second run. Track 1, pause, start dyno, unpause. I almost want to turn the gain up. 5273 to 275, and we're not even seeing the clipping. Oh, it's just barely coming on the amp. Pause that. Okay, you saw it, 1 ohm. Over 5,300 watts. And I got to double check the price, but I think it's only like a $500 amp. And if you look here, after that dyno run, it went up 10 degrees, so it's still at 90. The fans have not even kicked on. That is cool. Really nice amp. Man, this is a cool amp. That's the Rage right here. Rage 4800 with the really nice box, magnetic. Open, look at that. Really cool. All right, so there's your dynamic runs on the Rage. It did over 5,000 watts, no problem, and didn't even heat up. I think that'll do some big numbers in a car for sure. I'll give you a little starter pod. Reading my Tic Tacs. Let's do forearm starter pod. Enter. Track 4. Pause. Forearm. Start dyno. Unpause. See what happens. Still going. 1707. 4 ohm. 1707. 4 ohm. Let's see what the temperature is in this bad boy. 86 degrees, barely even heated up. All right, let's go back. Let's go 2 ohm. We're gonna go track 4. Pause. Start dyno. Unpause. See what it does. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's going, it's going, 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 going. Ooh, not bad. 2921. 2921. 2921 at 2 ohm, 1% distortion. Okay, so 4 ohm, 2 ohm. 2 ohm was almost half, so that's looking pretty good. The amp barely heated up. Let's just do a 1 ohm certified, see what happens. It's either gonna go up in flames or we get close to the power. So let's go 1 ohm, enter, track 4, pause, unpause track, start dyno. Here we go. Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. It's still going? Oh, excuse my language. Ha, 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 ha. 5,000 watts, 1 ohm certified at 15 volts. I'm blown away. Y'all, I don't even like certified numbers. That right there, certified. Let me get you right here. On this bad boy right here, at 97 degrees. And we've gone back-to-back dynamic runs and then certified runs. And the amp did it. Check it out. Definitely, the amp does it. It's a good amp. Fans haven't kicked on yet. Didn't even break 100 degrees. I'm loving it. All right, let's sum this up. We did dynamic runs of 5335 at 1 ohm, went down to 2 ohm at 3086, and then certified runs, 4 ohm at 1707, 2 ohm at 2921, and then 1 ohm certified, 5,500 watts. So it did its power, and even in the manual from the factory, it says 48 to 5,000 watts. Now, they did do their test at like 14.4, I believe. Ours was done right at 15, but keep in mind at the factory, they got like 1,000 amp plus power supply, so it's totally different. But 15 volts, that's where we're at, and it did its power. Rage 4800 didn't even get above 90 degrees. The fans didn't even kick on, which I like because I wasn't sure if the fans would come on automatically. There's 4 fans in this thing, but no, they only come on when they're needed. So, dyno down in history. This is the 4800. We have a 3500, same type model. And then we're coming out with a 4-channel. So I think it's gonna be a 1200 by 4. And there's a couple others coming out. With B2 coming back in the USA, they've been kicking out product like I've been kicking out poo-poo. But not poo-poo, they've been kicking out some really cool stuff. So I guess this one's in the book. So get the amp, 5,000 watts all day long. I'm Big Jeff. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Hit that thumbs up. Doesn't cost you a dime. And subscribe, like, and follow. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one.